Hello and welcome. My name is Simon Carney and I'm here at the Asia Pacific Data Center Leadership Council with Avneesh Saxena from IDC Asia Pacific. Avneesh, thanks for being with us.
My pleasure.
Can you give us an overview of data center growth in Asia Pacific and how that compares to the rest of the world?
We're seeing a huge potential growth-wise in this part of the world. But you have to keep in mind that the amount of technology that ships in this part of the world is still a fraction of what happens in US and Western Europe. So in terms of size, the data centers are really out there in the Western Europe and Japan and US for now. But the one trend that we've started to see more and more is the Web 2.0s or Web 3.0 companies like Google's and Yahoo's realize that there is a huge potential in this part of the world and that they can't cater to all that need just from US and Western Europe. So they've started to set up their data centers locally. There's also local versions of them. If you've heard of companies like Tencent, Baidu, and I'm pretty sure you'll see more and more of these outside of China. They themselves are building scale, which is phenomenal.
What challenges do CIOs face as they try to transform their existing IT while they're being asked to create instant scale and flexibility?
So I think the biggest challenge they have is complexity. As you saw in my chart, most of them said that simplification of IT is prime for them. They want to figure out how they can break it down to a level where it's more flexible, agile, and they can move in a direction which the business chooses to.
How do CIOs overcome the hype surrounding cloud?
I think they have to ask questions. That's what's going on. It's not easy because everybody has an answer which is not the same. From research companies to vendors and different types of vendors, everybody has a cloud definition as far as vendors are concerned which aligns to their products and their strengths. That's why the confusion is. So the businesses, I think, going through a phase where they're trying to figure out what's good for me. Why do I need cloud? But they're definitely asking that question, why not?
How does that hype affect business decisions surrounding IT?
In the most cases, I think customers aren't really jumping that fast. I mean, from what I'm seeing, I was trying to run statistics in my head as I was trying to answer that. We're seeing people being extremely careful and cautious. They talk about it, they want to know about it, they want to understand, they'll attend every conference you have in cloud. But that doesn't mean that they're going out there and saying, let's write a check and put everything on the cloud.
Is that what you meant when you said CIOs have to learn to fail fast?
I think what I'm saying is that unless you try it, and it's all right to fail, of course, but unless you try it, you'd never know how useful that could be for your business.
A lot of this council meeting has been about finding green solutions. What's your take on that?
I think green is an agenda which is bigger and larger than an enterprise and has to be driven a lot by the governments in the region. For instance, we saw in the room just now as we were having our roundtables that Australia, where the government is clearly mandating a tax every time you're going above those emission levels, is having an impact where they have to mandatorily do certain things, while others have the leisure to say that, well, unless I'm forced to or unless I'm made to do these things, I don't really see a reason. Or if you show me a big ROI, a cost benefit from doing this, and I won't do that. So green is going through an evolution where technologies are in place, but the mandate rests with enterprises to say that, yes, I would like to have a green policy, I'd like to buy all things green, and moving forward, I don't mind paying a little extra as long as I'm staying green.
Is there a true business case in operating a data center for a green solution?
I would think so, and some things more than others. I mean, some of these technologies as they start will be premium, and I think those are the ones that will struggle the most. Unless there are government regulations that mandate companies or force them to adopt them, they won't. So I think in the early stages, you'll continue to see a struggle with new technologies that are extremely power efficient. But over a period of time, when they build volumes, like everybody decides SSD is the thing to go, you'll see that, the cost would make it happen.
Avneesh, thanks for being with us. And thank you for watching.